There's two different basic styles of 930 CV flange. One has the 930 CV boot mounted closer to the axle on the inboard edge of the flange. The other has the boot mounted on the outboard edge of the flange, right here. These ones offer a little bit more CV angle. If you're getting the most that you can get, your axle will actually hang up on this lip and actually cause damage to the CV flange and boot if you overextend them. These guys are a little bit more expensive, but a nice setup. You also notice that they're clearanced here for the balls to drop a little bit farther out of the races than they normally would. Same with this setup, but you have the issue of the flange here, so you really can't drop it out quite as far. The boots, there's a couple different styles of 930 boots. They're all 930 boots. They all are made for a 930 CV. One goes completely around the entire CV, and it uses this same flange. Notice that it covers the CV as a whole, and then you're going to have your boot clamp outside of the CV. That can be a problem for trailing arm clearance. These ones are a little bit less expensive, and if you already have these CVs, you can bolt them right in place. There's two different grades of them. There's a company called Empy that makes a really thin, cheap one, and then there's Bates, which makes a heavier gauge one. It's a little bit better material, lasts a little bit longer. I personally don't like this style. It insulates the CV. CVs get real hot, so you want them to get nice and cool anyway, or as cool as you can allow them to be. This is the max boot. It goes for the max flange. Notice that it just slips right over the outside, and you'd be able to clamp it in place. Same issue though, you have to be careful and make sure you have enough room on your trailing arm to fit it. And then we have what's called the Mini Max. That guy uses the standard CV boot flange. These guys work great. They're pleating in a cone shape. What that do is it helps distribute the angle between each of the pleats. You'll notice the cheap style, it does not distribute that angle at all. So it's going to actually crack at the first 2 or 3 ribs before these guys will, just because of that angle built in. So in general, these guys are cheap and easy. Good way to go. They use this same standard flange. In fact, all of them use the same standard flange except for the Max boot.